Hey, I want to welcome everybody back to Styrene Relics. Uh, I've been rebuilding an old custom or an old gasser that I got from Tony Lancer, and I got that finished up. I want to show you that in a minute. Um, and I've been working on this T-Bird for quite a while, and hopefully I can get that done here real soon as well. Had to go to the dentist this morning, so my mouth is pretty sore. Um, and we're not done yet. So I, I got a tooth that's been bothering me really bad. Well, anyway, um, this here's the T-Bird, the 58 T-Bird. I think I've told you guys it had the bubble top, that slid back. Well, it was broke, and the door was cracked, so I decided to cut the spear out of it, and I'll have that indent into the door. So I'm working on that. Also, there was a inner door panel that was missing. So I got a 58 Impala door panel. It's pretty close, size-wise. And I'm going to try and mimic the door panel from the stock version. So that's what I got going on with that. Let's see. I just got it mocked up kind of right now. What I've done is I shot it with, let me just turn this around. Rust-Oleum gold, metal flake gold, and then that Krylon soft blue. It's a clear, and when you do that, you end up with this green, which is pretty cool actually. So I'm real happy with that. A while back, guys, I'm sorry, I'm sitting here drooling. A while back, I was talking about building a Project X 57 Bel Air, and I think that's going to be my next build. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and I saw that Tommy Moore's got one built, and that's just got me pumped up even more to do one. So I ended up with that kit at the last show I went to, and in that kit were these wheels and rotors. So I grafted those onto this car, and I think they look pretty good. So we'll see how it turns out. Oh, I got to get back to the paint. I painted the engine the same color, but with a very light hint over the gold. So it's got a greenish hue to it. So that's what's going in the engine compartment. And then I'm going to go with that lime green and white interior. Let me spin. Well, before I do, the windshield. Let me get a pointer. What I think I'm going to do with the windshield is I'm going to cut it real low down in here, and then about half height all the way across. I'll just cut the top of it off, and there'll be no frame for it. It'll just be a Sportster. And why I say that is because I molded in the trunk and the headrests on this. So it's just a two-seater with no top. And then I molded in the roll pan, and I've got that finished up. And the front end, I put the custom front end on. I like that grill, so I thought about changing it up, but I think I'll just stick with it. So yeah, that color is pretty sweet. That's like I say, that's that stained glass Krylon soft blue over that Rust-Oleum bright gold. So the only problem with doing that is, and I'll show you here in a second, if you're going to do anything, let me find how, I don't know if it'll pick it up. You see into the corners, you can't get it to stick. That paint is so thin, you know. I still got to finish painting the tanks and the mufflers, but if you look into that blue, you just can't get it up into the corners. I'm afraid it's going to start running. So I just opted, you know, to call it done and not worry about it. So, but that's where I stand on the T-Bird. Should be coming along pretty quick. I'll have the same color green, this lime green, around the edges of the seats, and then the interior where the pleats are, they'll be white. The bottom of the door down in here, that'll be white, and then on the console down there, that'll be white. And I believe it'll have a white steering wheel. So yeah, it'll be kind of cool. I'm real happy with this one so far. It's turning out pretty good. Like I say, I like this color. I like this paint, but I don't like this paint. You know, but that's the way it is with that translucent stuff. The way it is out of a rattle can. So, okay, well, I finished that up. Let me show you 55. This is one I got from Tony Lancer, and it was mostly because, let me just pick this up. I don't collect boxes, but I love the black border boxes. You just don't see them. They are coming out every once in a while with some black borders, but I always try to get those. It's just something that I like, always did. So I wanted to save this one, and it was beat up pretty good, but I think we did all right with it. Interior turned out pretty good. I cleaned it up, glued everything back. Let's see. The only thing that was a problem, biggest thing that was a problem, I should say, was the front axle and that. It didn't have the wheel backers that would push the tires out, you know, this way to the outsides. And so it looks narrow. It's very narrow. I did have the ladder bars. I had those kicking around, so they went on it. I didn't need them, you know, for any other build. And so yeah, it's all right. It turned out pretty good, I think. It's definitely, you know, a saver. So the engine's still clean. And then I thought about foiling it, but then, you know, I thought, well, it's just a Survivor, so I'm just going to go ahead and I used a Sharpie on it, taped it off and Sharpied it. So turned out all right. What else have I got going on? Oh, yeah. I do want to say one thing. Here, I'm going to pick you up and spin you around here real quick. I got 2 books here. If anybody's interested, I can start going through these, you know, a little bit. I've got several of them, but these are 2 that I use quite a bit when I'm looking at customs. And earlier today, I noticed that Tommy Moore's and Gary Seeds is doing a buddy build, and he was showing a picture of Watson's sign here with a 58 sitting in front of it. I believe if you were hanging out at his shop and had a car, they'd be taking pictures of it. So I'm thinking that the car that Tommy's wanting to build is probably this one before it got well, not radically customized, but more customized than what it is. This one's showing 58 Cadillac taillights. Let me see if I can get them. Yeah. But there's those hubcaps he's talking about. Those are pretty cool. And see, it still has the what he calls the fish gills. I call them fish gills myself. So, and it still has this. But I think that's the car before it got customized even more, because here's the spear that he was talking about that they changed up, that they moved the back. They put a back spear up in the front. That's pretty cool. So he showed you a picture of what he's wanting to build, and I'm showing you a picture of the car, I think, just before it got changed again. Because what are the chances of it being, gold and green hanging out at Watson's shop? So I think it's the same car. Here's something kind of cool too. If you look at the dashboard, I'm thinking the dashboard looks like it's kind of gold as well. Or at least it's got a gold tint to it. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's Mr. Watson himself. That's his 59. So, if you guys got a little Buick kicking around. Well, I'm sorry, an old Pontiac. My bad. I do that all the time. Well, let me show you one other thing here. If I can find it. The Aztec, that was one of my favorite cars. Here's a couple of 58s here. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Here's the picture that I'm looking for. Yeah, I think this is it. Love the way that scallop crosses over from the hood to the fender. And it crosses a scallop, it looks like to me, which is really neat. I just think, man, 58s make such nice cars. And then to make them customs, they're just even that much nicer. I love that floating grill, that floating bar in the grill. Super, super cool. Well, that's it, guys. I just wanted to show you a couple of those things, show you what I've been up to, and letting everybody know that I'm still alive and kicking. So, anyways, hopefully I can get this thing wrapped up here in a little bit. I'm really itching to do that Project X. I've been doing a little homework on it, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, like and subscribe me if you haven't. Sure would appreciate it, or at least give me a comment. Let me know what you think. I've got some shop cards. If you guys are interested, just shoot me an email. I always put it in my description, so I'll be more than happy to send that out to you. Well, I'll talk at you guys later. You guys be good. Talk to you. Bye.